Hey guys, it's Scott from Let's Play Easy Mode, and today we're gonna do just a little channel update, and I owe the Zelda fans an apology. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you're new here, then welcome to the channel. And if you're one of our regulars, then welcome back. Today, I just wanted to talk to you guys about two things. The first thing being happy birthday to the channel of Let's Play Easy Mode. Guys, it is February 2024, and we are going to be coming up on February 16th, which is actually the anniversary. You can call it an anniversary, right? You can say happy anniversary or happy birthday, however you want to say it. But what that means is the channel has officially been around for 2 years on February 16th. And we're going to celebrate as a community. We're going to celebrate LPEM, and we're going to do it on Friday, on the birthday, Friday the 16th at 7 p.m. We're going to do a community live stream, play some games like we always do, hang out, talk, do all those things, and it should be a lot of fun doing a main channel live stream again. So I just want to invite you guys to join me Friday, February 16th, and it's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are going to be getting on, having some fun, telling some jokes, you know, playing some games. We'll do some community games. I might break out a few of the games we've been playing out on the channel, and we'll just have some fun. But we're going to be celebrating 2 years now of Let's Play Easy Mode. We're going to be talking about the future of the channel and kind of talking about some of our favorite memories from games past. It should be a lot of fun, so make sure to join me. I can't wait. We're going to celebrate Let's Play Easy Mode, 2 years of it, on Friday the 16th of February. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I hope you guys will join me for that. And the second thing I want to talk about with the channel update is just to kind of talk a little bit about Tears of the Kingdom, and I actually want to apologize to a lot of our Zelda fans within the community. It has not, this is where I'm going to bring the tone down a little bit, you know, I mean, not too sad and somber, but I just want to be serious for a moment here. It has not been lost on me that, and this is, I'm not like putting down anybody by any means. I'm actually fessing up that this is my fault, but it has not gotten, it's not been lost on me that this playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom, while it has been so much fun for me, it really has been fun for me, and you guys know how long I waited to play this game and how badly I wanted to jump into it with you guys and play it. My episodes have been super long because it's really hard to put the game down, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. But that said, I will also be willing to say that so far in the 2 years that we have been around as a channel, no other playthrough has brought in as much frustration from the audience and criticisms as well. And I don't mean like, I mean, there's advice, and the thing is, 90% of you guys are gonna say, oh my word, I hope I didn't say anything. You know, that's not, don't do that. That's you're fine. You are fine. You know, a lot of people give amazing, wonderful, kind advice, and that's fine. But you guys have also been very honest with me about, you know, hey, well, I talked about this in the future video you guys are going to see coming up, but the term cheesing, we use a lot now. I had never actually even heard that term until recently on the channel, and I was like, is that something the kids are saying now? Is that like a word that's been around that I've just missed? I mean, I'm 45 and I don't keep up with all the terms anymore. You know, this series, more than anything else I've done, while it's been so much fun, you know, if I'm being honest, as I read through the comments, you know, I have seen so much of the community share how frustrating it has been to actually watch me play the game. And so much of the community has actually pulled away. Look, we had 1,700 people who started watching that series, and you're always going to have a drop-off as the series goes on. But, you know, I mean, more and more people have been more vocal about saying, hey, I hope you have fun. I just don't want to watch you anymore because of the way you're playing the game. A lot of people are, I think, frustrated that I haven't really taken as much time to investigate some of the parts and mechanics and dynamics of the game that are presented. You know, there's been a lot of comments that have been wonderful advice. There have been comments that have been constructive criticisms, and there have been some comments that have just been criticisms. And there's been some comments that most of you have not seen because I've deleted them because they really brought down the vibe of our channel. Like, even some that weren't even so much about the gameplay as much as they were just like kind of attackish towards me. And I didn't want, you know, we try to avoid that stuff. Not because I'm like, hey, it's all about me. I mean, I just recently blocked a bunch of users that were being mean to other users, you know, like, you know, sometimes I try to manage that stuff on the channel because I really want to try to keep things uplifting. And so, now that said, 99.5% guys of the comments that come in from this community are absolutely uplifting, and it's so wonderful, and I love what we've been able to create. At the same time, I apologize to our Zelda fan base if my gameplay has been frustrating to you. I will be honest with you. I will be totally honest with you guys, because that's what I always do. Over the last week, I've really kind of felt like I have let this community down with this playthrough because we waited so long for it. And, you know, I've been really enjoying it. There's been kind of an interesting perception by a lot of people, not just one or two, but a lot of people who have come to me and said, hey, it doesn't seem like you're really enjoying this. And in some ways, I'm like, maybe I'm just not noticing it because I really am enjoying the game. I've had so much like enjoyment of it. And I promise you that anything that I have said, if it's been like, hey, we're having a good time, that's not manufactured. That's just me having a good time. And there are some things about the game that I have found frustrated, and I am not going to, you know, hide that either because I want to be honest with you guys with my reactions towards a game. So if there are things that I do find frustrating, I don't want to mask that with false, you know, happy-go-lucky, you know, kind of thing, just to try to push, you know, some sort of channel gimmick that here's the happy Mr. Rogers of gaming on YouTube. And so, because those times are there, but then there's other times too. And so recently we've just had, you know, a lot of feedback from the audience, you know, a lot of the audience, that, you know, hey, you know, we're really glad you're having fun with it, but the way that you're playing it is just not fun to watch and we want to pull away. And, you know, there are some people who will make an argument and say, hey, man, it's your playthrough. Go ahead and do it your way. We're here for it. And I thank you guys for those of you who say that. You know, the thing to remember is I'm still running a YouTube channel here. And so I do want to make sure that the content that I'm making for our community is something the community wants to watch. Bear in mind, I'm trying to grow a YouTube channel at the same time. When my viewership dies down, you know, that also affects my own personal income and budget. And recently, even I think it kind of coincides with some of this because as there's been a lot of talk from people saying, hey, I'm not really watching the series anymore because I've been kind of frustrated watching you play, you know, at the same time, I've lost a lot of Patreon support. I've lost a little bit of viewership over it. And the thing is, that's not sour grapes. You know, I'm not sitting here going, I can't believe you. I'm just like, man, I really messed this up. And, you know, I gotta say, we have some wonderful, wonderful voices of reason in the community who have been talking on Patreon about it. And I think we've kind of figured out that my approach to this game is found, some of it is found in the fact that I've been treating Tears of the Kingdom really in the light of, like, it's against the backdrop of BOTW. Bear in mind, I don't have experience that much with the Zelda series. I wasn't a Zelda fan when I came into this. The only Zelda game when I first started playing these games that I had ever tried was like in 1989 or 90 when I played the very first Zelda game on Nintendo. I was in 5th grade, and then after that, like, you know, I never touched another Zelda game, and I haven't thought of it in, you know, a long time because I'm old. But, you know, Breath of the Wild is really my only real experience with it. And so Tears of the Kingdom, especially knowing that it was going to be a follow-up in the timeline, I will admit that I came into Tears of the Kingdom with Breath of the Wild expectations. And I started playing it using my powers. Like, one of the biggest criticisms I get is how boring it is to watch me play shrines using the powers that I have, like recall and ultra hand and stuff, because as you guys use the word cheese, I mean, 80% of the stuff that you can do in the shrines, you can accomplish just by using your powers. And that's how we played Breath of the Wild, right? We had Magnesis and we had Cryonis when we remembered to use it, you know, and things like that, Stasis. And so I was constantly using those powers to solve things. And yes, we have things like fusion, but, you know, my attitude towards it has been, well, man, you know, it's just easy just to take a platform and move it and then pull it back and then recall it and stand on it and do it rather than build a car. And, but, you know, the feedback from the audience has been, yeah, you can do that, but man, it's dull to watch that, you know, and I understand. And the thing is, I really want to make content that you guys enjoy watching. But it has been starting to amass. A lot of people are pulling away and saying, you know, I'm kind of done with the series because of the way things are going on. And so because of that, I want to apologize and I want to say I'm sorry for creating something that was a source of frustration. You know, I promise you, I have really been enjoying this game along the way. There's been a lot of people who have said, you don't look like you're enjoying the game. And I'm like, I don't know why. I really am, I promise. But at the same time, you know, I just want to make sure that I am making content that the audience here at Let's Play Easy Mode can get behind and enjoy these journeys with me. You know, the whole purpose of this channel was to play games that I've never played before and to take you guys on that journey with me and to do it in my style, which is I'm not a skilled gamer. I don't have time to become one. So let's just play on easy mode and enjoy the escapism of these stories and great developed games. And so what I don't want to do is take something that we've all been excited about and then kill it. And it's so funny because there was a moment in the middle of all of this, like a few days ago, I was feeling pretty down about it. And I was sitting there thinking, man, Breath of the Wild, like, built this channel. Tears of the Kingdom is going to be what kills it. And you know, I was like, I don't know, I need to reset, you know, I need to reset. So what we're going to do, you guys still on the main channel, there are a couple more episodes left. And I will tell you what I did. I finished Pyrrha's mission. And that's what you will see, those episodes coming out on the main channel. But what you will see is what the patrons have seen now. And I did give an apology on the last video that I did. What I have decided to do for the sake of people's frustrations and kind of bringing people back. So if you're someone who's left, I want you to hear this. I am going to be scaling back from Tears of the Kingdom because I want to take some time to really get to know the game, not as a Breath of the Wild sequel, but as a separate Zelda game, an entirely different Zelda game with different mechanics, and that's how I want to approach it. I've kind of lost a step from Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom, and what I want to do is be able to come back and just be a better gamer for you guys and be better at the game and engage in the Zonai devices and the fusing and the auto fuse and doing the puzzles instead of using the same two powers to cheese my way through things, you know, to be able to you know, figure them out in more interesting to watch ways. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm not going to be gone long as far as Tears of the Kingdom goes. This channel isn't going anywhere. We still have Gears of War. We're going to be playing Jedi Survivor coming up. I'm not going to be taking a lot of time away from Tears of the Kingdom on the channel. I'm actually going to be playing it off channel. I'm not going to be doing story advancement. I'm not going to be playing shrines. I'm just going to be probably hitting a sky island and hanging out all day, just, you know, working on building things. I'm gonna look at I have this guide here that was sent in before we started playing the game by Mikey, who's an awesome member of our community. Sent in this amazing Tears of the Kingdom player guide, and I haven't looked at it because I never wanted to spoil the game for myself. But I'm going to take time, and I'm gonna learn about the devices and what they do. I'm going to watch some YouTube videos on what I can build. And I know there's some people who would say, well, that's gonna spoil it for you. Not really. You know, I don't, you know, I've seen so much of the story now, you know, and I don't want to spoil any more of the story, but I really want to get better at this because I want a playthrough that's going to, you know, bring some people back in that people can enjoy, so we can do this again as a community. Because as a whole, I don't think the community has viewed Tears of the Kingdom as an enjoyable thing the way that we all enjoyed BOTW together. And so, like I said, guys, I am so sorry. I have dealt with feelings all week like, man, I'm really letting the easy mode fans down. And so I apologize, and I thank you guys for your patience with me as I try to get better at what I do. And like I said, I'm gonna scale back from Tears of the Kingdom because right now it's dropping viewership, and there is a solid group of people who have hung on, and I thank you guys so much. I hope you guys will hang on a little bit longer, and we will come back to it. But at this point, you know, I don't want to become a source of frustration, because I think that can create a cycle. If I become a source of frustration to the audience, and the audience feedback is that they're frustrated, that can be a sense of frustration for me, and then that takes me out of the game, you know, and then I'm like, it's no longer about enjoying Tears of the Kingdom, it just becomes about other things. So I don't want those representations, right? Like I keep telling you guys how much I love Breath of the Wild, not just because Breath of the Wild was an amazing game. It was my association. The reason I love Breath of the Wild is because it brought me to you, and it brought you guys to me. And I will tell you, I'm going to hate Tears of the Kingdom if it takes you away from me. So I don't want that to happen. So what I want to do is get better and learn more about the game, and not try to make it Breath of the Wild anymore. Because that's one thing I've learned. This is not Breath of the Wild. And, you know, I'll give you guys my final review probably in, what, 6-7 months when we're actually done with Tears of the Kingdom, because it's a long game. But you know, there are things about Tears of the Kingdom I really enjoy. So far, if I'm being honest, there are a lot of things I wish still were Breath of the Wild-ish. You know, I love BOTW, and now I'm realizing that game really stands on its own. It's just a masterpiece, and this is something separate within the Zelda timeline. This really isn't like a BOTW sequel as much as it is just a different kind of Zelda game that I need to treat like a different kind of Zelda game. And because for me, I've been telling people, like, I think I'm starting to realize my struggles have been trying to find the balance between a more linear storytelling in this and you know, just that open world still. Because when I came into this, I was ready to just jump on Easy Boy and start heading towards Lurelin Village, right? You know, start going to all my favorite places from BOTW that I love. And I'm like, okay, a game doesn't want me to do that, you know? It's not like BOTW where you can just come and go at any point. It's like, there's definitely a linear way to play this game, I think, to get the most out of it and to level up, and there's just certain things you got to do in this that are different. And that's okay. You just have to come into it and realize Tears of the Kingdom is its own thing. And so that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna learn, and I'm gonna also practice my combat, because I've been so bad at parrying and dodging. And so I'm just gonna go head to the Great Plateau or somewhere, you know, where I can just fight a bunch of baddies and get better, and make some better weapons, and learn how to fuse things and make some cool creations and stuff, and learn how that works a little bit more, the battery system, all the Zonai parts. And then I'm gonna come back to it, and we're gonna get back to the story and the exploration and the shrines and the Korok seeds and we're gonna do that all together, but when I'm come back at it as a better gamer. So anyway, guys, that's the channel update for today. You can let me know your thoughts. You know, I could definitely use some encouragement for sure, but you know, we're still gonna have content coming out all the time. Like I said, we and to be honest, as of right now, I'm recording this and releasing this. So this isn't an early release video to Patreon. I'm releasing this video today as I'm recording it to just everybody in the community at the same time. Today is Wednesday, and tonight for our Patreon exclusive live stream, I'm actually tempted. We've been playing a Hat in Time. I'm tempted to take this time and to actually, you know, like, okay, help me. You know, maybe we'll see. Maybe we can talk a little bit more about Tears of the Kingdom tonight. You know, and maybe we'll do some practice on that birthday live stream. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've made it to the end, I really love you guys, and I thank you so much for your patience with me, and thank you so much for those of you who have stuck by me through this. To those who have felt like, this isn't that engaging anymore, for those of you who have said, I'm kind of done with the support factor on Patreon, to those who, you know, are still there but kind of waiting for something better to come along, I thank you guys for your patience. I thank you for the support you've given me. I love you guys, and I apologize if I've let you down in any way. But guys, we're gonna get back to this soon. I love you all, and don't forget, there are still a couple more Tears of the Kingdom episodes coming out that you haven't seen, so you will see those come out. And then once you see me finish up the Gerudo mission, you know, down with Riju, once you see me finish up that, that's where I give my apology, and that's going to be our last Tears of the Kingdom video for just a little bit, and while I practice and get better, and then we'll come back at it, and it's going to be awesome, guys. I just really think it's going to be a much more enjoyable time, you know, to come at it differently. So guys, I love you so much, and I thank you so much. And I hope nobody's too upset about the direction that we're heading, but you know, I want to make sure everybody's enjoying what they're watching. So, and you can't please everybody. I know, trust me, if there's anyone who knows, I know after 2 years you can't please everybody, but I want to please as many of you guys as I can, because I love you. I really do. And I will talk to you soon. But until then, take it easy.